Alright guys, I'm back with yet another video of Stronghold Crusader. This time it will be a bit of fun. We'll see two Sultans taking on Marshall and Snake. And let's just start the fight immediately and see who's gonna win this one. Alright, we have got one Sultan here and the second Sultan close to him. Here's Marshall and here we have got Snake. But it will be interesting to see Marshall and how he will be countering sultans is because he has got the
We
advantage
are
of
under attack.
knights, which really can't put sultans under pressure if he uses them correctly. On the other hand, Snake is quite aggressive, but Sultan has got superior nature of units, so it will not be easy for Snake to really, kill Sultan. And also Sultan recruits Arabian swordsmen in numbers, so it will be a challenge for Snake, to be honest. And if you notice that this is an unofficial Crusader patch 3 and Sultans are a bit more economical, and as you can see, they're placing armors for weapon production, and they've also placed this hunter, meat collector. So yeah, they are going to be a bit more economical as well, so they are going to be a bit more effective. Okay, Sultan goes first. Well, I don't think there is much that catapults can do against Sultan. It's because he really doesn't have any towers. That tower is just a 10 stone. That's not gonna take much of it. Oh, the moment I said that, I can see here Sultan's castle is opened, wide open by Snake's catapult. Okay, I've just noticed one thing. This Sultan here hasn't placed a single bakery, and this Sultan here has placed a lot of bakeries, so they're a bit different. So Marshall and Snake have started with Sultan Ahmed. They want to kill Sultan Ahmed first, the blue Sultan, and I think then they are going to switch their attention to Sultan Abdul. But Sultan is quite capable of killing Snake, and let's see if he can do that before they are put into a lot of pressure. I don't know why Sultan hasn't even, rebuilt his wall. That's strange, to be honest. While knights are proving to be a real problem for both sultans here, the marshals not allowing them to replace any building outside their keep, their castle. As long as sultans have gold, they are gonna be dangerous. Once they run out of gold, run short of gold, they are gonna be nothing, to be honest. And I think catapults still not gonna affect too much. It's because sultans, we all know that they almost recruit and place all their units on their keep. So yep, instead of placing them on the towers, so they're not gonna lose their units either, even when catapults are attacking. But right now, I can see that Marshall is being quite aggressive against Sultan Ahmed. And I think he needs to be quick to respond. But they have reached him. I could not kill him. Okay, I think Snake has switched his attention to Sultan Abdul. And really, to be honest, I haven't seen Sultans at their best so far. They should come up with some answer. I want to see Sultans sending their Arabian swordsmen in large numbers, but right now, Marshall is not stopping. He's just recruiting units and throwing them at the enemy. I think he wants to win it as soon as possible. Snake has got the most number of units. Sultan, still they have got good amount of gold. And now Marshall switches his attention yet again. But this attack after attack is putting Sultan under a lot of pressure, and I think they should be able to find any answer soon, or they will be, the losers of this fight. And the best thing for them to do is to kill Snake first and then put pressure on Marshall, if they can do that, if they are smart enough to do so. And that's a good number of Arabian swordsmen, at least he has sent to put him under pressure. Won't be enough, but he should be increasing the numbers attack after attack. Also, Snake's castle is not the worst, it's a good castle, to be honest. But it won't be easy to kill Marshall. Here goes Sultan Abdul. I think it's best for both sultans to select one target at a time and then attack the other. I really haven't seen him rebuilding his walls. That's surprising. Sultan Abdul wants to attack Marshall. And Marshall is attacking Sultan Abdul. Okay. His Arabian swordmen are drowned in the water. I think there was a bridge that was, broken. Okay, Snake and Marshall have switched their attention to one enemy, so they are proving to be a bit more strategic and a bit more intelligent with their attacks. Sultans needs to do the same thing as well. Snake. 27,000 gold for Sultan still.
A message from the Sultan.
Yeah, now he feels the pressure.
In the Sultan's oasis.
Now he says that the pond is drying. Yeah, the pond for Sultan is drying now. That's a lot of swordsmen reaching. Sultan still has got good amount of gold, and he still has got a good number of units, and he's recruiting more. And that is not going to be easy for Marshall to reach the Sultan's lord. It's because as long as he has got gold, he will keep recruiting units fast. But really, what I want to see is Sultans being more aggressive. I haven't really seen this one guy rebuilding his wall yet. I don't know why is he doing so. He can literally buy stone and rebuild his wall. There goes Snake again. Now he switches his target to Sultan Ahmed. So they are just mixing up. look at the number of knights Marshall sending. Yeah, I think the granary is broken. He needs to buy food now. 7,000 gold for Sultan Ahmed. He has been put under a lot of pressure. If only his ally is able to, bring any one of the enemies on the back foot, that's gonna help Sultan Ahmed. Let's see if he can do that. That's a good number of Arabian swordsmen, but they will not be enough because Marshall has already got a good number of European swordsmen, which are stronger compared to the Arabian swordsmen. So I think best thing for both sultans is to switch their target, switch their attention to Snake. If they can kill Snake, they can kill Marshall as well. There goes Sultan Ahmed now. He wants to give a counter punch. But these many Arabian swordsmen aren't going to be enough. He needs to recruit swordsmen in large numbers. Look at these guys. Here goes Marshall. Oh, with a lot of trebuchets this time and a catapult. Let's see how much gold the Sultan Abdul has. 14,000 gold, and look at this. Look at the number of units he has placed there to defend his economy. Now then, will Sultan be able to survive this attack?
A
That
message
doesn't
from the
seem
Sultan.
to be the case. That's a load of European swordsmen entering inside his castle now. Will he be able to defend himself? Look, there you go, the fire. I think he might well be able to. Yeah, he does so. He does so successfully. He has been able to defend himself, Sultan. He does a very good job by burning all of the European swordsmen down. Great job, but the problem is now this gold will be soon. He will soon be running short of gold with these consistent attacks by Marshall, and then he won't be able to recruit more units, which is gonna be a bit problematic for him, while Sultan Ahmed on the other hand is struggling a lot and he has run short of gold. In fact, he still has 3,000 gold. But Snake has really put him under pressure since the start. There goes Sultan Abdul again. I think he needs to switch his target to Snake. That's a smart thing for him. Haven't really seen them recruiting Arabian swordsmen in large numbers, which isn't going to help them either. Right, so Sultan Ahmed has rebuilt his walls again after a long time. Now then, Sultan Abdul has got 5,000 gold. Sultan Ahmed has got nothing of gold, and now Snake. Look at the number of troops Snake has. More than 300 and more than 200 for Marshall, and Marshall has got the superior kind of units. Look at the number of knights he's sending. That's a lot of knights. That's not gonna help Sultan. One positive thing for Sultan is that he gets to burn all the enemies once they get closer to his keep, as we saw in the previous attack of Marshall. You can look at these units patrolling. But really, Sultans were not able to put any sort of damage against their enemies. Now then, 149, 130 troops for Sultan Abdul, and a lot of European swordsmen are closing in on him. Will he be able to defend himself now, this time around? 1800 gold. That's a lot of European swordsmen.
A message from the Sultan.
Quite aggressive.
Sultan is dying in the Sultan's oasis.
Again, Sultan burnt his old swordsman down. Well done, Sultan. I wonder how many fire throwers he has placed in his keep. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. I cannot count them. But that's a lot of fire throwers standing on his keep. Now then, how many troops Snake has? 300 again. I think he attacked Sultan Ahmad but wasn't able to put any pressure on him. I want to see them killing Snake if they can do that, if they are intelligent enough to do so. But right now, I think the damage has already been done. Marshall has done enough damage against Sultan Abdul now. He has almost paralyzed him. He cannot gather any resources now to rebuild his economy. As you can see, attack after attack. Now then, Snake has switched his attention to Sultan Abdul as well, which is a smart thing, because he was under a lot of pump by Marshall. So they're putting up a bit of teamwork here, but I don't think Snake will be able to kill him in this attack.
Oasis.
He should be able to kill some units, at least. Yeah. That's gonna be the game over for Sultan Abdul. Sultan Ahmad attacks Snake, and this time with good number of Arabian swordsmen. But that's not a very smart attack. Okay, he has got access to the inside. He might well be able to kill him in this very attack. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my goodness, what a turnaround.
Oh, spare me. I wanted only to be your ally. Really,
Oh dear, what a turnaround. What a twist in the game.
A message from the Sultan.
The Sultan sings, and the jackal falls in the forest.
Holy, what have I just seen? What a twist in the game. Sultan Ahmed kills Snake. And now Marshall is outnumbered, but the problem here is for Sultan Abdul, he has got almost no troops and has been put under a lot of pump. So I think Marshall will be killing him in the very next attack. And then it's gonna be 1 versus 1. Where I can say that Marshall's gonna dominate him, to be honest. Or I think Sultan, if Sultan Ahmed can attack Marshall right now, he can help his ally buy some time to rebuild his economy. Come on, Sultan Ahmed, you can do this. Send your troops. Oh no, it's gonna be too late now. That's gonna be game over for Sultan Abdul.
A message from the Sultan.
The pond is dying in the Sultan's oasis.
Yep. Game's over. Now, 1 versus 1.
A message from the Sultan.
As all must sleep the sleep of the ancients, so must the poor Sultan.
Now I cannot say who's gonna be the winner. Look at the number of Arabian swordsmen Sultan has, the number of Arabian archers Sultan has. That's not gonna be easy for Marshall to defend. I still got good number of European swordsmen. So yeah, it won't be easy for Sultan Ahmad either to kill Marshall. There's some unique castle design for Marshall. Look at this, it's not easy to get inside the castle. But now the situation is 1 versus 1. And you cannot predict the winner now. But now the best thing that Marshall can do is to put pressure on Sultan with his knights. If he is able to do that, he will be killing Sultan Ahmad, who really turned the tide. It will almost look like a one-sided affair, but it's still. I think Marshall has got the advantage because he has got superior nature of units. But Sultan's troops have got combat bonus as he has placed these fear factors good things, and he has got fire throwers who can defend him pretty well. That's a lot of European swordsmen again closing in on Sultan.
A message from the Sultan.
The bomb is dying in the Sultan's
Will this be the
oasis.
game over for him? Yes, I think it will be the game. Yeah, it's the game over. Okay, so Marshall did very well.
A message from the Sultan.
As all must sleep the sleep of the ancients, so must the poor Sultan.
Yep, without any doubt, Marshall is the greatest lord, and he did a very good job in killing them without wasting any time, without allowing Sultan Abdul to, rebuild himself again. So the most amount of gold was earned by Marshall, and yeah, most number of buildings were raised by Marshall as well because of the knights and the trebuchet and all that stuff. All right, and most number of troops were recruited by Sultan Ahmad, and the least number of troops were recruited by Marshall, 1600. That's a huge difference. But because Marshall had superior units, he was able to dominate them. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and give a like and subscribe to my channel because it really helps me grow by my channel. And yep, I will see you in the next one.